Hey, Truthers, late night episode here. I was not planning on doing another video today, but I just turned on the news before I was going to hit the hay and saw something worth talking about. Some new information for Ebola. So, in this news segment, I'm just going to put on the news here in a minute, but before, I'm just going to prep you for what we're going to see. They're going to be talking about the Ebola vaccine, and there's research being done for the Ebola vaccine at Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. The acronym is WRAIR. The gematria of that is up top, sums to 33. The entire Ebola story is coded with 33. This is more. Later in the story, there's going to be Dr. Jesse Goodman. Goodman, like the actor, the name has a gematria of 33. Whoops. So anyway, let's get to it.
President Obama may ask Congress for additional funding to fight the outbreak. The U.S. government...
Actually, on a related note, I want to talk about that name Goodman real quick with this 33 gematria up here. Goodman. Breast cancer with the pink ribbons. The word ribbon sums to 33 in gematria. It's named, the cause is named after a woman who had the name Susan Goodman. The name Susan has the gematria of 74. Goodman has the gematria of 33, and if you look up the history of it, she got breast cancer at the age of 33 and died 3 years later at the age of 36. So the breast cancer awareness is all coded with 33. The word cancer itself sums to 44, just like the word kill, just like many other diseases and illness such as hepatitis and E. coli both sum to 44. The full name for E. coli sums to 88, just like the word poison. Anyway, let's watch this news.
The government has already spent more than $1 billion on efforts to stem the disease in West Africa. Finding a vaccine for Ebola is a top priority for researchers in the United States. Brian Todd got rare access to one facility outside Washington where the race is on.
We've known about the Ebola virus now for 38 years, but up until now, no vaccine.
Notice the acronym up here is that shown up. 5 plus 9 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 sums to 33. Just like I had on the paper. Walter Reed Army Institute of Research.
Vaccines have been available for public use. Well, right now, at this U.S. Army facility outside Washington, they are frantically testing a vaccine for the first time on humans. An urgent need to find a vaccine for Ebola. In this U.S. Army laboratory, vials like these contain the ingredients crucial in the race against the deadly virus. It's one of 2 Ebola vaccines now being tested in the U.S. for the first time on humans. Can the vaccine being tested here stop this outbreak?
Well, it depends on how fast we can get this particular product through the regulatory pathway so that it can be used in efficacy-type trials. Right now,
I'll point out what's curious about this Army official's name. It's Remick. It sums to 38 in gematria. Remember the names Nina and Pham both sum to 38, so 38 plus 38 equaled 76. Ebola was identified in 76, and it's been 38 years since it's identified until now. All right, moving on.
have to establish that it's safe.
Vaccine investigator Colonel Sean Remick gave us inside access to the Walter Reed Army Institute of Research. The VSV Ebola vaccines being tested here on 39 people. They cannot get Ebola from the vaccine.
How many people? 39 people. Remember the name Amber sums to 39. The story came out on a date with a numerology of 39, and here they're testing on 39 people. They just won't stop with their numerology.
Officials here say the side effects are minimal. Experts say when Ebola gets into the body, it often overwhelms the immune system, works too fast for the immune system to combat it. This vaccine is designed to speed up the immune system's ability to fight Ebola. If this vaccine works, could it be used to prevent people from getting the Ebola virus and treat people who already have it?
The majority of the studies were looking at post-exposure. That means animals that were exposed to Ebola virus and then treated. We also did some studies that looked at pre-exposure. So we were given the vaccine, they were given the vaccine and then exposed. Both of those were good results, and so we are cautiously optimistic.
But will it work in humans?
To be very realistic, most medicines and vaccines, even that look great in animals, don't pan out in the long run.
Even as they rush these vaccines
Notice that that man was just Dr. Goodman, the man with a 33 gematria. So now we have the doctor with the 33 name.
through trials, there are serious questions over why it's taken this long. Even though we've known about the Ebola virus since 1976, there are no approved Ebola vaccines available to the public. Why? Experts say Ebola outbreaks, until now, haven't been widespread enough.
It's not on the order, or it hasn't been until recently, of a problem like malaria, HIV, or TB in terms of how people have prioritized investment in vaccines.
So when will this vaccine be ready? Dr. Remick says they're pushing the testing protocol here as fast as possible, but he and other experts say...
All right, so there's glare so it doesn't show up too clearly now, but there we go. New Mexico Research Center is where they're at. New Mexico is the 47th state, important number in gematria and numerology, and to this nation with a 4th of July birthday, 4th day of the 7th month. The word new sums to 42, meaning of life number, and Mexico sums to 33 in gematria, just like the word Mexican also sums to 33. The Mexican-American War once ended on February 2nd, the 33rd day of the year. And if you follow my written blog, I just showed you how one of the major Ebola vaccines dating back that they've had for a while has all these patent dates for February 2nd, the 33rd day of the year. So from Ebola to AIDS to so many other things, even as I mentioned the breast cancer awareness, it's just 33 through and through. And if you can recall at the beginning of this news thing, what was it about? It was about getting money for vaccines. So follow the money, follow the fear. It all leads to the same place every time, from war to Ebola to ISIS to whatever they got coming next.